the austere silence of a Zen-zendo, the vibrant, complex rituals of a Tibetan temple, the meticulous, textual clarity of a Theravada monastery. When we first look for a Buddhist path, the choices can feel overwhelming. It's a common misconception that our first and most important job is to find the one, authentic, or original school. We're afraid that if we pick wrong, we've somehow failed before we've even begun. But what if this isn't a test? What if this diversity isn't a problem, but a profound expression of the Dhamma's deep compassion? Welcome to the Mindful Compass. Today, we're exploring a question every newcomer faces. With so many schools, Zen, Tibetan, Theravada, and more, how do I know which one is authentic or right for me? We'll look at the shared heart of all these paths and the different flavors they offer. Why does this matter? Because getting stuck in spiritual shopping or analysis paralysis can become the biggest obstacle, preventing us from taking the first, most important step on any path. First, we must be clear. All authentic Buddhist schools share the exact same core DNA, the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. The goal is one goal, the end of suffering, dukkha, and the cultivation of wisdom and compassion. The differences are not in the goal, but in the method, the emphasis, and the style. Think of the Dhamma as a large, complete fitness center dedicated to mental and spiritual health. The goal for everyone is the same: to be healthy, strong, and free. Liberation. The core principles are the same: exercise, nutrition, rest, the Eightfold Path. But the schools are the different rooms in the gym, designed for different temperaments. The Zen tradition is like the yoga and meditation studio. The method is direct, simple in its form, but profoundly deep. It's about focused, silent practice, finding the truth in the present moment, in the breath, in the posture. The Theravada tradition is like the precision training zone. The instructions are meticulous, based on the earliest training manuals, the Pali Canon. It's a clear, gradual, step-by-step path of vipassana, insight, meditation, building mental strength with great clarity. The Tibetan tradition is like the comprehensive training center that has everything: yoga, weights, complex machinery, visualizations, personal trainers, gurus, and group classes, chanting. It's a vast, powerful, and energetic path that uses every possible tool to reach the goal. None is more authentic than the other. The only question is, which room, which training style, makes you want to show up and actually do the work? So what is the negative side effect of this analysis paralysis? It's that we become spiritual connoisseurs instead of practitioners. We read about the path. We watch documentaries. We can debate the finer points of Zen koans versus Tibetan tulkus. But we never sit. We never practice. We stand at the door of the fitness center, reading all the pamphlets and admiring the equipment. But we never go in and do a single stretch. The path is not a theory to be understood. It is a practice to be lived. This brings us to our practice, which is designed to move us from analysis to direct experience. This week, the practice is called the Test of Resonance. This week, don't read another book about which school is best. Instead, find one online Dharma talk from a trusted teacher or one guided meditation. It doesn't matter which school it's from. The practice is not to judge the content. The practice is to listen with your whole being. And as you listen, ask one simple question. Does this person's voice and message make my mind feel clearer and my heart feels softer? That feeling of resonance, that quiet, internal, yes, that feels true. That is your compass. That is the only authenticity test you need to begin. Follow that. So, how do you find the right path? You don't find it. You make it by walking. The right school is not a label, but a fit. It is the set of tools you will actually use, the community where you feel safe, and the teachers who inspire you to be kinder and wiser. All the doors in the fitness center lead to the same goal of health. The most authentic path is simply the one you are actually walking. What did you discover when you listened for resonance? What qualities in a teaching make your heart feel softer? Please share your reflections in the comments below. Let's learn to walk this path together. Thank you for sharing this time, for walking this path with us today. May you be well, and may you find the joy and the courage to simply take the first step